After updating Apple's iPad Air lineup with A12X Bionic technology, Apple followed suit and gave its iPad Pro lines another facelift with the release of iPad Pro models powered by the M2 chip. In addition, Apple added a line of changes. Among the changes, we have the M2 iPad Pro 2022 super fast wireless connectivity confirmed. So let's get into the details.
I would give you more details, but
the first thing you should know is that the iPad Pro 2022 has the latest M2 chip from Apple, so it shouldn't be shocking that the new tablet performs better than its predecessor. The new 11 and 12.9-inch iPad Pro models are not very intriguing at first glance, because Apple did not include any substantial design modifications or new features.
that's the same design.
You're not getting the reverse wireless charging, MagSafe support, or other highly anticipated features materialized. What you are getting though is the new M2 chip, pencil, and lightning-fast Wi-Fi connections, which really elevate the iPad Pro. We'll give more details about the performance of the M2 chip in the new iPad Pro 2022, so stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Super fast wireless connectivity. There are many ways to make your internet faster. With the right amount, you can get the specifics you want. However, there are only so many devices that support the best you can get out there. Fortunately, the M2 iPad Pro supports the fastest Wi-Fi connections with support for Wi-Fi 6E. So users who rely on the quickest links can take their demanding workflows wherever they go. In addition, the maximum download speed is 2.4 gigabytes per second, which is twice as fast compared to the previous generations. Wi-Fi plus cellular models with 5G can also support 5G networks worldwide, allowing mobile workers to quickly and easily access files, connect with workers, backup data. We ran an Ookla speed test on the M2 iPad Pro 2022, and the results were fantastic. We'll talk more about that later, so make sure you don't miss it. Now, in addition to the super fast wireless connectivity feature, the M2 iPad Pro also packs certain amazing features. In our subsequent videos, we'll be giving the details about them, so subscribe to our channel and get access whenever we drop a new video. Performance. Now, we've confirmed the super fast wireless connectivity. Likewise, you're not getting a subpar result on performance either. This is because of the new M2 chip embedded in the iPad Pro 2022. So if you're a photographer editing enormous photo banks, a designer manipulating complex 3D objects, a medical professional doing advanced imaging and analysis, or a gamer immersed in graphically intensive games, you can take advantage of the M2 supercharged speed. The M2 chip effect on the camera is also clearly demonstrated. When paired with the high-end cameras, M2 iPad Pro's new media engine and image signal processor make it possible to record in ProRes for the first time and transcode ProRes material at up to 3 times quicker speeds. Filmmakers can now take a single device into the field and use it to record, edit, and share finished works worthy of theatrical release. Benchmark test on performance. Moving on, the M2 iPad Pro had a score of 1,862 on the single-core segments of the Geekbench 5.4 test, and 8,500 on the multi-core test, both indicative of excellent performance. In comparison, the iPad Pro with M1 scored 1,722 and 7,298. Comparing these numbers to those of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 powered Galaxy Tab doesn't even come close. From the official Apple press release, the M2 iPad Pro's neural engine can process 15.8 trillion operations per second, 40% more than the M1, making iPad Pro even more powerful when handling machine learning tasks. The M2 iPad Pro took 23 seconds to transcode a video in Adobe Premiere Rush, which was slower than the previous iPad Pro's 21 seconds, and the iPad Air's M1 processor's 22 seconds. Oddly, the M2 iPad Pro tablet is slightly slower in this benchmark. The M2 iPad Pro 2022 scored 25,259 on the 3D Mark Wildlife Unlimited test, with a maximum frame rate of 151. On the other hand, last year's model only managed a score of 18,263 and 109 frames per second. The iPad Pro 2022 can easily run even the most graphically intensive games in the App Store. This iPad is the new gold standard if you enjoy playing games on your tablet. Ookla speed test. Again, the M2 iPad Pro 2022 will also support 5G networks like the M1 iPad Pro. But let's get this straight. Your 5G experience will vary from place to place and from signal strength to signal strength. In our case, we had a minimal result of 11.37 megabytes per second using the Ookla speed test at one place, while we had a higher download speed of 134 megabytes per second using the same test at another location. So it really depends on where you're at. You can perform the Ookla test on their website yourself, So feel free to let us know in the comment section how fast the connectivity of the M2 iPad Pro is in your area. We would appreciate any extra information. Price and availability. Apple's newest M2 iPad Pro is available now for pre-order and in-store purchase in 28 countries. You can easily do that through apple.com/store and the Apple Store app. The iPad Pro M2 will be available in silver and space gray with 11-inch and 12.9-inch screen sizes and storage capacities of 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, 1TB, and 2TB respectively. The 11-inch M2 iPad Pro can be purchased with Wi-Fi for $799 or with Wi-Fi and cellular for $999. The 12.9-inch iPad Pro M2 can be bought with Wi-Fi for $1,099 or with Wi-Fi and cellular for $1,299. The good thing here is that you're getting 5G connectivity for whichever model you decide on, so that's something to look for. Even though the M2 iPad Pro doesn't look any different from its previous model, the upgrades in performance and connectivity more than make up for the lack of innovation in design. You should definitely get the M2 iPad Pro if these features are critical to you. If the super fast wireless connectivity feature is not enough to help your decision to purchase, you should watch our next video, New M2 iPad Pro 2022, Absolute New Changes. I'm sure this would give you the clarity you need. Thanks for watching.